Hi, I'm Jeremy with Chorbie. I wanted to show you a little bit of what you would look at in your landscape if you have any concerns about your plant materials after our last freeze. Some ways that you can determine whether or not you need to take further action on your shrubs. Standing in front of me is some Indian hawthorn. These are some of the shrubs that we've seen most of the damage on. Indian hawthorn and another plant called Lowe that you may recognize because it has some purple leaves normally. What we're seeing here are some plants that were hit by the freeze, and the way that we diagnose whether or not these are still viable or whether they may need replacement is we'll come in here to where we can get access to one of the limbs and just cut into that gently. And if you see healthy green tissue underneath it, then you've still got a viable plant material. It's still alive. What we would do in that case is we would strongly encourage everybody to wait till we're past the danger of the last freeze, and then you could decide after that whether you wanted to replace it, or you could do what we call a rejuvenational pruning, where we reduce this plant down to 18 to 24 inches, follow it with a good balanced fertilizer, and let it regrow itself. We'll be seeing these buds start becoming active probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks, the way it is most years. This one right next to it, I'll give you an example of one that didn't sustain the same kind of damage during the freeze. If you look into this one, when we cut into that, it's got a little bit more green tissue. It's not bright green like some of the other ones, but this one being alive and this one having shown more damage, I would advise holding off doing anything extreme. We may see some of these start to grow from very close to the bottom of the plant. But I wouldn't do anything right now that would do a dramatic pruning for a couple of reasons. One, some of them may look dead, but will come back. The other is, even if it is alive, if you cut it back hard and you do a rejuvenational or aggressive pruning, you're going to stimulate that plant to want to bud out. Were it to do that and we get another hard freeze within the next few weeks, then you've generated a lot of fresh, young, sensitive, tender tissue that's now going to be damaged again. And sometimes a plant that's already weak, that can be the final blow on it. They won't survive past that. So I would be cautious. I would just let's take it a week at a time. Keep watching them. If you see that you need to replace the shrubs, you'll be able to tell that in the next few weeks.